I welcome you all to the Art of Problem Solving series, and this particular question that is written behind me is the question number 14th of Art of Problem Solving series, and this has been taken directly from the International Mathematics Olympiad 2019 paper. The time allotted for this particular question was 1.5 hours. So let us see how to approach this question and let us learn something from this particular question. So let us start solving this particular question. Let z be the set of integers. Determine all functions f z to z, that means the domain is z and the range is z, such that for all integers a and b, f of 2a plus twice of f of b is equal to f of a plus b. See, actually the time allotted was 1.5 hours for this question. So actually while solving this particular type of functional equations, what we do is we substitute some values in place of a and b, for example 0, 1 or negative of each other, like that. So since I have done all these rough works earlier, that's why I will be taking the values that are precisely needed to solve this equation, so as to guide you that how to approach this particular question. Okay, so let us start by taking a value of a is equal to 0 in this particular question, in this particular equation. So what we get, f of 0 plus twice of f of b is equal to f of 0 plus b, that means it is b. Okay, what we did, we substituted a is equal to 0 in this particular functional equation. So this is equation number 1. Now if we substitute a value of a is equal to 1, then what we will get, f of 2 plus twice of f of b is equal to f of 1 plus b, right? What we did, we substituted a value of a is equal to 1 in place of this particular equation. So now this is equation number 2. Now what we can do from here? See, actually we got the value of f of b as f of 0 plus twice of f of b. So if we follow this particular definition, what we can write about f of 1 plus b? We can write it as, like, we will substitute 1 plus b where there was b or where there was in the place of x. So we will put 1 plus b in place of b, that will be f of 0 plus twice of f of 1 plus b, right? Now if we compare, now see what we are getting is an functional equation f of 2 plus twice of f of b is equal to f of 0 plus twice of f of 1 plus b, right? Now see, this particular functional equation is valid for every integral values of b. This particular functional equation is valid for every integral value of b. So we can generalize it and we can put x in place of b. So what we will get, f of 2 plus twice of f of x is equal to f of 0 plus twice of f of 1 plus x. Now see, here a term contains twice of something, here also we are having a term twice of fx. Here it is without any coefficient, and here also without any coefficient. I mean to say that both the coefficients are 1. Okay, so we can write it as f of 2 minus f of 0 is equal to twice of f of 1 plus x minus twice of f of x. Okay, now rubbing the earlier entries, we can write it as f of 2 minus 0, f of 2 minus f of 0 upon 2 is equal to f of 1 plus x minus f of x. Now see, what does this statement signify? Actually, it is the difference of two consecutive values, f of 1 plus x minus f of x. It is the difference of two consecutive values, and that is a constant, because f of 2 minus f of 0 would surely be a constant. So the difference of two consecutive values is a constant. That means it might be in an arithmetic progression. Okay, and further we can conclude that this particular function f of x is, the nature of this particular function is linear. Okay, so we can write it as f of x is equal to alpha x plus beta, where beta is some constant. Okay, because the difference of two consecutive values is a constant, and it will be valid for all the integral values of x. That's why we can say it that this particular function is a linear function, right? Because according to the graph also you can make this inference. If a function is linear, so you can take any particular two values, say this is x1, x2, and somewhere here x3 and x4. Okay, and if you take the difference, that means f of x4 minus f of x3 divided by x4 minus x3. Similarly, f of x2 minus f of x1 divided by the difference, and if it remains constant, that means the function is linear. So we are assuming that fx is equal to alpha x plus beta, where alpha and beta are some constants. Now our earlier equation, what was our earlier equation? Our earlier equation that was given was f of 2a plus twice of f of b is equal to f of a plus b. This was given to us earlier in the question. What we need to do here is now to find the value of this particular expression, assuming fx is equal to alpha x plus beta. So f of 2a will be alpha 2a plus beta plus twice of fb, that means alpha b plus beta, and that is equal to f of a plus b. So we can simplify it like this: f of a plus b is what? Alpha times of a plus b plus beta, and that is equal to alpha times of alpha into a plus b plus beta plus beta. Is it okay? Now we can simplify it further: alpha square times of a plus b plus alpha beta plus beta, and this side it will be twice of alpha a plus b plus beta 2 beta, and that means 3 beta. Okay, now what we can do? Actually, this particular equation is valid for all the values of alpha and beta. So we can write it like this: alpha square a plus b plus alpha beta plus beta, and taking this whole term, this whole particular term on right hand side, we can write it like this: twice of alpha a plus b minus 3 beta is equal to 0, and alpha square a plus b minus twice of alpha a plus b, and from here we can write alpha beta and beta. Okay, alpha beta minus twice of beta is equal to 0. Now If we take alpha in these two statements common, alpha and a plus b, then we can write it as alpha a plus b and inside the bracket alpha minus 2. From here, if we take beta common, we can write it as beta into alpha minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So from here we can write it like this. We can write it like this: alpha a plus b, alpha a plus b plus beta, and the second factor would be alpha minus 2 is equal to 0. Okay. So from here we can write either alpha is equal to 2 or alpha is equal to minus beta upon a plus b. Now what we had supposed actually the equation to be, it was like this: y is equal to alpha x plus beta. Okay. So the first value gives us that y could be like this: alpha 2x plus beta. Beta is a constant, any constant. And if we assume this particular value, then we can write it as y is equal to minus beta upon a plus b times of x plus beta, or we can write it like this: beta into 1 minus x upon a plus b. This is equal to y. Now see, if we substitute both these two equations in our original equation, that was f of 2a plus twice of f of b is equal to f of a plus b. If we substitute y is equal to 2x plus beta here, this satisfies this particular equation, and even if we substitute this particular value, this also satisfies this particular equation. Now actually what I do feel at this particular point, that yes, this is the solution of this particular equation. It is right, the function is something of this type, and in this particular case what we need to have is y and x should always be integers. Why y and x should always be integers? Because in the function it is given that, it was given earlier that f z to z, that means the domain was integers and the range was also integer. So our y and x should be integer, but this particular form does not always guarantee that for all the values of x, y will be an integer. You need to ponder over this particular thing. Okay. See, y is something constant. Let us say, I will show you by an example. Let us say beta is equal to any constant 2. Now y is equal to 2 times of 1 minus x upon a plus b. A and b are also some constant and they are not necessarily integers. But let us say a is equal to 1 and b is equal to 2. So this will give y is equal to 1 minus x upon 3. Now we can't say that for all the values of x, y will be an integer. Yeah, you might be wondering that I am taking a special case here, but it should be like this, that for any particular values of beta and any particular values of a and b, y should always be an integer. So I do think that this particular solution might not work properly in this particular question, and hence the only solution that satisfies this particular equation, actually these two equations are satisfying this particular equation, but there is some doubt over this particular functional definition z to z in this particular solution. So this particular solution, there are some doubts that this particular equation solution won't always yield an integral output, but this particular solution surely yields an integral output always. Hence the function f of x is something of the form twice of x plus beta, where beta is an constant. So this was the solution of IMO problem 2019, question number 1. Okay, so thanks a lot. Keep watching, keep reviewing, and also please do share the video. If you do have any comments, any suggestions, any improvements, kindly do let me know in the comment section of this video. Thanks a lot again for watching this video.